Jai Jagat, Jai Jagat.
With me
Jai
today is
Jagat.
Anish, who's the national convener of Ekta Parishad, and we're going to talk a little bit about the work we're trying to do with youth in both rural and urban spaces.
Normally, when we will talk about the Indian youths, I will say that the biggest challenge, because now we are facing a lot of suicide, violence, these things. The reason behind that, we have an Indian hurt, but Western dream.
An Indian heart and a Western dream, you're saying.
So sometime it will clash. You have a small cup. You can't fill 100 liters of water in that. It will break or it will overflow. In that situation, this violence and suicide and all these things are coming.
Okay.
So you want to say, you want to direct urban youth to the rural part.
Okay.
Then they will balance their heart.
Okay, and get the Indian dream rather
then their dream will be balancing dream. Then there will be no more conflict, there will be no more violence, no competition. That is one thing which we can balance urban and rural.
Okay. So again, as an urban young person sitting here in the city, what is it that we can do really for an Adivasi who's being not allowed access to the forest, or farmers who are committing suicide because of conditions that don't let them live or thrive? So what can urban folk really do to support this struggle? What are a few things that come to your mind?
The first thing I would say that normally we have the culture, we will only follow the people who is upper than us, financially, physically, mentally. We are not going down. Who is lower than us. Somehow they are upper than us, but our feeling is that Adivasi Dalits are very lower. They have no much good financial and intellectual part. We are underestimating them and not taking or not learning anything from them. Unfortunately, we are following unfortunately I can say the Western culture, the new things, and we are following the upper part who is living a better life than us in our context. So we want to change that mentality. Then we can see the importance of indigenous people in our life. Importance of indigenous people to protecting nature. Importance of indigenous people to creating good health. So that is one way we want to turn our mentality.
Yeah, I think the starting point, like we're saying, I think for urban youth is to start with anything that is in their life and link it all the way back. Whether it's food, whether it's clothing, whether it's transport, and eventually we will start seeing a certain circle thing which links all the way back to rural, where a lot of either people or there is a movement, and I think that circle is a good starting point to understand what's really going on.
Exactly.
As a first step.
Yeah.
If a young person today in some city wants to start this exploration, is there a way they can contact you or get started? Should they connect a set of friends and start an inquiry circle? Should they watch some documentaries? Should they join to Jai Jagat and create a note? So what are some very practical ways?
Exactly, we are trying to bring all these urban youth to our own centers. We have a lot of centers where people can get the initial education process of non-violence and rural India, because we are totally living in the world which is called India. We are not talking about the Bharat. All of Ekta Parishad centers is very rural part of this country. So we have enough space to have an interaction and all those things.
So you're saying we can actually show up at the centers after contacting you and learn from there itself rather than... Is
that is important, because as a non-violent movement, I just want to explain, because with the urban youth you can have a spontaneous movement. There is some violence, there is some rape or this and that, people will come
like
with
a candlelight march or a petition online. Yeah.
But it is only have a very short life.
True.
So what we need at present to protect the cities, we need a urban youth who have the deep study, deep ideology on these issues. Otherwise, people will come, because if there is a 2-3 kind of media channel, visual channel is there will be a big cloud. We don't want that kind of cloud.
Slower
but deliberating. So for that, the education process is very important.
And that can start at one of those centers.
And also the biggest challenge is that a small thing, I am not saying you will take a big issue to turn urban youth on rural. every day all of us, me and you, are eating 3 times the food, and we don't know where it is coming.
Sure.
So small thing, at least you can teach, or
find out first even before teaching the link
links.
basically.
You
Yeah.
can ask urban youth, please explain. You can have a look, what are you eating, from where it is coming.
Sure.
So if they will give a response on that, then we have a hope that they will also think about their neighbors or family or society.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day 3 times we are eating, sitting in the city and eating in the nice hotel, and we are not thinking from where it is coming. In that kind of group, how we can think that they will have a space for the society and youth and rural. So small things we want to give attention to turn them.
सबके हित के वास्ते अपना सुख विसारे जा, अपना सुख विसारे जा। जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा, जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा, जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा, जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा।